There is no doubt a powerful transition is currently underway with the human species and the planet. But could this shift in human and planetary energy be under the influence of interference? Could there be potential blocks that are trying to prevent human and global ascension? Metaphysical and alchemical researcher Robyn McClendon says, absolutely. But in order not to allow this reality to manifest in our world, we need to arm ourselves with the right knowledge and real action steps to ensure that our own evolution remains on the right track. But what do ascension blocks really look like, and how would we recognize its markers?
The way I would describe what's been going on for the last 2 years specifically around the Ascension and what we've come to know as the Ascension, and what we're now beginning to understand that we're trying to navigate these ascensions. There's a lot of blocks, and a lot of them have to do with what we've already understood to be a system of controllers, a system of the Cabal, Illuminati. It's been known as a lot of different things you'll hear me talk about in this course. I call it the fungus, but it's a counterattack on what is already beginning to happen and has been happening for a couple of decades as Gaia is expanding. So the Earth is in an expansion process, and we know that quantum physicists have talked about this, and they've been able to show that she's expanding. So we think of it as a birthing process, and you have a whole system that's trying to abort, basically, a birthing process. And we as humans are a part of what is being birthed along with the planet. Remaining in a high frequency vibration is really back to the individual getting back in relationship with the self and understanding who you really are and how this avatar functions. So as opposed to going out and continuing to look outside of ourselves for these answers, it really is going inside and rewiring not only how you think, how you see this matrix, this system, becoming very clear and understanding that it's going to start with you in a real fundamental way, getting a little bit in your own face about your ego, your paradigms, how you've seen things, and really be willing to shift those tremendously quickly. And there's a lot of techniques we'll talk about to get to that, but it's really about going back inside and realizing that we're on an individual journey, and we won't get there as a collective. We get there as individuals that ultimately will come together as a collective. What I would really like the participants of this workshop to walk away with is an absolutely fundamental change in rewiring your brain. It's rewiring the hardware of your brain to understand exactly what we're up against. And we're up against something that is absolutely diabolically wanting to take humanity out. So we have to get real serious about what we're looking at. And then we'll, give a number of practical techniques and things that you can do to really start the rewiring of the brain process to understand what we're up against. So oftentimes people will say, well, why would they want to do it? The assumption is that they are human like we are. And so it's like really shifting that paradigm to understand that we're dealing with something that is not human, that is absolutely wanting to annihilate the species. The walk away is going to be for us to really get in with ourselves and understand something that is the Indians and natives understood to be Wetiko. And it is alive and present in the psyche of humanity.
This workshop, Navigate Ascension Blocks to Stay on the High Frequency Path, with Art Mythos creator and Consciousness Warrior Robyn McClendon, will give you the real deal when it comes to the human and planetary interference agenda. This is a must for individuals who are determined to not let anything or anyone get in the way of our divine right to evolve as a species and as a planet. Do you really want to know what's going on that's making your life so difficult? Do you want to know why? And most importantly, are you ready to get on the right path so the ascension for you and the planet can truly take place? If so, you'll be in for some powerful information. Learn how what Robyn calls the fungus of interference can manifest in our own lives as drama, challenge, and separation. And learn how to arm yourself to block those triggers. Uncover secret knowledge about the alchemical process while successfully navigating this disruptive influence. Most importantly, you will learn how to transmute the shadow into light with actionable steps that will keep this fungus at bay for good. Join Robyn McClendon and me, Alexis Brooks, your course guide and workshop moderator, for Navigate Ascension Blocks to stay on the high-frequency path and take back your power to ascend on the organic evolutionary timeline, just as it was meant to be for you and for humanity.